Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Terriers Flooring Coach Donahue Show, where we cover everything on the court with the Chuckey-Doak Lady Black Knights basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with Lady Black Knights head coach, associate principal, athletic director, everything here and there, Coach Dr. Coach Donahue.
Yes, sir.
No Sam this week.
No Coach Broyles, my partner in crime. He's feeling under the weather a little bit, so he's not here.
See, at the beginning I had to pause because I'm so used to the Terriers Flooring Sam Broyles and Coach Donahue show now.
We'll get it back
2 weeks in a row, I was kind of in a rhythm.
We'll get it back on it.
Sam's throwing me off.
I think he likes it.
I think he does too. You can tell he's more comfortable, he's more calm. I think he likes throwing the...
He's got the wingman. I toss it up for him.
He's throwing
knocks it out of the park.
Terriers Flooring logo or the Panda Express coupon.
Yep.
He loves throwing that up there.
He does. He's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
You just got to see it for once to understand it. Because I've had a lot of people ask me, like, do you hate interviewing Coach Broyles? And I'm like, no, why? They're like, he seems so boring. And I was like, you just got to know him.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy. You just got to get it out of him.
Yep. Got to drag it out of him.
We finally got it out of him. Hope to get him back next week. But we talked about 2 games that you had last week. South Green and University High. South Green was, of course, the big one because it was your final league game of the year. Determined kind of where the seeding was going to fall into place. You also had the big Hampton-West Green game too. Things went into your favor in a way. You got West Green to fall, then you got back up to second right there with the win over South Green that put them back to 4th. So big Friday night with that win over South Green. Take me through that one.
Well, I think Tuesday was very disappointing. Obviously losing to West Green and the way we lost to West Green. You look at all the stats and all the numbers. By all accounts, we probably should have won that, but they went out and beat us, and they took it. So, like I said last time, credit to them. They played really well, really hard, and they got the buckets that they needed. But we've talked all year long, our girls. In basketball and school and in life, things are going to happen that you can't explain. I can't explain 16 for 62. I can't explain getting almost 30 offensive rebounds and still losing a game. But we had to have a response. And going back to that, we have to have, in your life, their lives, there's going to be things that happen that you can't explain, but your response is everything. How you respond and how you pick yourself up. Everybody watching this has had something happen in their life that knocked them off their feet, that stumbled you back a little bit. That loss against West Green was like, oh shoot, stumbled us back. You try not to look ahead, but we can look ahead and say if we do this and that, we may be tied for co-champs, and that's awesome. But we got knocked off our feet a little bit. So Saturday or Friday, we had to come with a great response. Redial back in, refocus. We had a good team meeting on Wednesday to refocus what our thought processes are, and I thought we really zoned back in on our goal and what we were trying to do, and that's be better every day. Obviously, everyone wants to win the conference. That's no different goal than anyone else. Our goal, though, is to be better every day. And I thought we did that on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday we came and we played a really good game. I think one of the catalysts of that was Layla making some shots early from outside, made a 3. Taven was a catalyst of that. She was driving to the paint and getting some good looks. Kennedy played really well. Sanaya, I told Tate she didn't score at all, but she did a lot of things that people don't see. Pushing the ball down the floor. One of the things we try to do, if you'll watch, is as soon as they score, we want to run it back down at them. There's nothing worse than, oh, great, I scored. And then, oh, no, I got to go play defense.
Yeah.
So that's one of the tenets of our program, to get the ball out, and that's no secret. I'm not giving away company secrets here. But Traylon played really well inside. Bell played really well inside on Friday night. Jaden and Chloe K played really good CK, shout out to CK.
So that's the nickname.
We're trying out nicknames.
Still haven't nailed one down yet?
No. We got 2 Chloes, and every time I yell Chloe, they both look at me. So we're trying to nail down some nicknames. Chloe Henderson's a twin, so we threw out twin for a while. They're a good group of kids, and they're fun to hang out with. But back to Friday. But I thought we responded really well in the first half. I think we were up double digits going into halftime. And anytime you come out of half, that's kind of the make or break time. You can either extend the lead or they can make a run. If you think back to West Green at West Green, that's when they made their run. So I was really proud of that response as well. Our response, we're talking about that. It can be a whole game. It can be after a timeout or a quarter or whatever. But there's little things that Coach Nicole and I are watching for, and these little responses throughout the game that show us where we need to be or where we're not at yet. So I thought it was a really good win. Really raucous crowd over there at Rebel Hill, and that's the first time we've won there since 2010, I think, was written on Grassroots. Check them out, Grassroots.
Don't know if you know.
I don't know the link. There you go, grmedia.com.
grmediatn.com, actually.
I just go check out Tyler Nichols on the Twitter sphere.
grmediatn.com.
Formerly Twitter. See, Tyler doesn't even know it. Formerly Twitter, now it's X. Go check him out. He's got links on there. Or Tate. Or Mark Brooks. Or, is that all your writers?
We have string writers, but...
Or check out the main page. Grassroots on the main page on the X. Check them out. They do a good job. But I think I don't remember the question. I think we touched on all your questions at one time. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll kind of jump into talking about the district tournament now, since it would kind of go from South Green to University High and then back to the district tournament. Since we're already on the big conference finish, we'll go ahead and talk about the district tournament. I said things kind of went your way on Friday night where you got the win over South Green and Hampton beat West Green, so that knocked West Green down to third, and you're now at second. It would have kind of benefited you if West Green beat Hampton, because then there's a 3-way tie, and I think you would have been second.
I think anything less than us winning and Hampton winning, we would have been third or fourth.
But in the end, you got second, which gives you a trip to the region tournament now.
Which is huge.
Yes. We talked about how in your 3 years of coaching so far, the first 2, you went to the region tournament back-to-back years.
Yeah.
You're now going 3 years in a row with that number 2 seed and that automatic berth into it. You're going to play either West Green or Happy Valley in the tournament now. So touching on the district tournament just a little bit now, what's your thoughts on it at the moment?
Obviously, it's going to be tough. I think West Green is playing as well as anybody right now. And they've got Happy Valley. So should that season matchup hold true, it'll probably be West Green we'll be facing. So, a chance at revenge is what people want to say, but at the end of the day, we got to worry about us. At the end of the day, we got to focus on what we do well, minimize our deficiencies, and expound upon what we do well. The winner of that game, not looking too far down the road, the winner of that game gets to host a regional game. So that would be huge for our girls and our program to host 2 out of 3. The last 2 out of 3 years we would host a regional tournament game. Huge opportunity. But we can't think about down the road. We can't think about championship game or regional. We got to think about the game in front of us, and obviously we got to wait and see who it is. We've got game plans for both, and we'll adjust. Both teams are good enough to see the game plan we've done previously, and to adjust accordingly. So we've got to make sure that we bring something new, something fresh, and attack in a different manner. But I think it's going to be a good game, whoever we have. And it's going to be at Unicoi, so I don't know if West Green's played there, but they will have played there, or whoever we play. By the time they play us, they'll have played there. We would not. So it'll be a new court, unfamiliar, new rims, new balls. Well, I mean, they're the same ball, but...
Owned by a different team.
But, all this goes into account of unfamiliar territory for us. We have to, again, focus on what we can control, minimize the mistakes, minimize the things we can't control, focus on our response, and go out and play our brand of basketball and put ourselves in a position to win.
Finishing up on the recap, you had University High last night. Picked up a 61-43 win over them. Take me through that one. From the first, you were up 18-13. Closer score than I think some would expect in the first quarter against University High. Then you hold them to 6 points in the second quarter, 9 in the third quarter. Build yourself a big lead, and you're able to cruise to the finish. So talk about a win over them and how good it feels to get a win going into senior night, which we'll talk about in a moment.
I think Coach Hazelwood has done a good job with that crew. I think first game we played them, they scored 11. So to have, what'd you say?
43.
43.
13 in the first quarter.
Pretty much tripled their score. They were a much improved team. So credit to him and his staff on the hard work that they've done. I told Tate last night, I think one of the things that we were trying to do early is we were essentially playing individual defense. Our defensive system is built on 5 people moving as one, moving together, replacing each other if something happens. It's built on trust. And I think what we started to do to start the game, we were not necessarily trusting the unit. We were trying to go make plays individually. And it hurt us because then other people had to step in and we were at a disadvantage. When we finally settled down and got the ball, kept it in front of us and played good team defense, the score speaks for itself. I thought we played a lot better. We started to turn them over a little bit more. I think we were a little over anxious. We talked about there's only a couple more games in LA that we get to play. So I thought they were a little bit pressing a little bit, playing a little bit out of ourselves, and usually you see that on senior night or huge games, but I think we wanted the goal for us was to try and jump on them early, and I think we took that a little too far as to one person trying to take over and jump on them early as opposed to 5 of us moving together. But I thought we settled in really well and played really good defense for there on out. They had one girl that was pretty hot for the floor. I don't know her stats, but she's made over 20.
She was 83% from 2, 67% from 3, 78% overall.
There you go.
22 points.
She was balling.
Yeah.
And she didn't score at all when we played them the first time. So good for her, and she played well. We've got to make sure when we see that, we adjust to that, and we stop that from happening.
Usually we take a break right now.
We didn't even talk offense. Sorry.
Go for it.
I thought it was just defense. I thought they couldn't handle our inside game. I think Traylon and Bell were 2 of our top 3 scorers. I don't know who the other one was.
I know Bell, 5 of 10, 50% field goal. Traylon, 5 of 12, 42%. But she got to the free throw line a lot, 11 for 14, 79%. You look at the points, you had Bell with 11, Traylon with 21, and then Taven with 8.
Okay. We spread the ball around a lot, and I thought we did a good job of once we got into our game, we started pushing the ball, looking inside. Obviously, they couldn't stop us inside. Both of them were playing well. So it's a good victory. Anytime you get a victory at home, it's good. Anytime you get a victory, period, it's home. But I thought we played well together. We were moving the ball. They played a zone, so we put some people in different spots, and they were able to facilitate a little bit better. And then it's always good to get almost everybody scoring. I think we had 2 or 3 that didn't score, but we tried to spread it around. And the young girls got to play the fourth quarter, and they got to see some of their press, and that was good. I wanted them to get pressed and get some game experience in that, and they handled it well. They came in, and I was nervous. We had a couple turnovers, but I was impressed at how well we took care of the ball and got into scoring opportunities, and people scored.
10 of 12 players scored. That is not the first time that has happened,
it
too.
Is not,
We've talked
no.
about how that's happened multiple times, and it happened again against University High. Are those kind of your favorite games whenever you get to see almost everybody touch the floor and score?
Yeah, I think we've had a kind of tough JV schedule. A lot of people don't have JV. They're kind of 10 to 12 to 13 people on their team, so not a lot of people want to play JV, but it's good to get them in there, and it is always nice to see everybody cheer for each other. That's kind of the games that you like to see. Somebody gets in there and knocks down a big shot, and it's like
the bench stands up.
Yeah, they're all behind each other, so they work just as hard as everybody else. It's not like the first group is working harder and the other group's just hanging out. They're all working just as hard, so it's great to get them in and get them some playing time and get them some points.
Let's jump into the preview, because
Okay.
usually we take a break during the recap and the preview, but we've got something special in the second half as we did last year.
Stay
too.
tuned.
So we'll cover Cherokee. It's senior night.
What'd you say? Did you say Terry's Flooring? Check them out for all your flooring needs.
I didn't say Terry's Flooring, but shout out to them.
Gotcha. You said Cherokee.
Cherokee on Thursday night. Senior night, last regular season home game. Hoping to play one more home game, of course, in the region tournament.
Two more.
You're right.
Let's go sub-state while we're at it.
Got Cherokee on Thursday night. It's your senior night. You've got 4 seniors, a lot less than last year, so this may take you a lot less time to talk about. But talk about the game against Cherokee and talk about those 4 seniors that you've got that will be recognized.
Sure. They're sitting right outside the door listening.
I'm not sure they can hear them, but they can hear us.
They're all giggling. But obviously senior night's it's a good night, but it's also kind of bittersweet. You spend a lot of time with these kids and get to know them and their personalities, and everybody wants to win their senior night. We've got a tough opponent in Cherokee. I think they're playing a lot better. They played West Green pretty tough, and like I said, West Green's playing probably one of the toughest so far right here at the end of the year. So Cherokee will be a tough task for us. They're a young team. They're kind of up and down. But they're going to come in here guns a-blazing and try and whip us. So hopefully we can bring that energy. What was the other part of the question?
The 4 seniors.
Oh, 4 seniors.
Yeah.
So 3 of them have been here for, 4 years. And that's Taven, Kennedy, and Sanaya. And I think Layla, 2 years. They all have different personalities. They're all different in what they bring outside of basketball and inside of basketball. If you look at them, they're all kind of different in what they do, and they all fit together really well. I think we talked about it at the beginning of the year at our Meet the Lady Nights, and throughout the year we've talked about it. They all bring something different to the table. Taven, I like to call her the utility player. In baseball, you've got a utility player that you can stick them about anywhere, and they can play really well. We can stick her just about anywhere and play her, and she'll be just fine. Guard a post. I think last night she ended up guarding their best player, who was the point guard, and did really well. Didn't let her have it. So that's good to have in the bag. And then she's valedictorian and kind of quiet. And then you flip that coin to Sanaya, who's the opposite, super loud and not super loud, but she's when she's in the gym, but she's kind of sacrificed herself a little bit this year. We had a conversation early on, kind of sacrificed herself for the greater good of the team. She came in early on and said, "I'm not scoring as much," and for her, the one thing I focused on is making sure she runs the show, and I think she's done a really, really good job of that. When I came in and she was a sophomore, she was a different player. She ran the 2 at that time. Her sister was the 1, so she's really stepped into that 1 role over the last 2 years and done a good job and made sure we're in what we're in, and really handles all that stuff. Being extension, the quintessential extension of the coach on the court. She's done
exactly what you said at the Meet the Lady Nights event too, I think.
So she stepped into that role really well and done a good job with that. And she's traded she's traded fanfare for wins. And that's tough to ask a kid to do that, because everybody wants to get in the paper for 15, 20 points a game, 10, 20 points, and that's what everybody talks about. But for me, seeing what she does, it's invaluable to us. And then Kennedy, I think Kennedy's led us in scoring over the last 3 years. I think she's led us the most in scoring. She does a good job of getting to spots. She hustles her tail off. You see her face. Her face is always red. She always looks like she's about to keel over, but she gives everything she's got. She's a hustler, and she's coming to her own this year as far as talking a little bit more. I've known her for longer than the others, so it's funny to watch her transition from just throughout their life. It's cool to see the kids. They're not kids anymore, but it's cool to see them grow as their freshman year to their senior year, and some of them we've known before. So it's fun to watch them grow into being almost adults, and hopefully when they get out of here, they're good people. But she does a lot for us. Sanaya, I think, is like second or third in the team in rebounding. I meant to bring that up.
Okay.
So average. So she kind of does a lot of the dirty work things. And then Layla came in as a junior. Kind of talked to her early on. Why don't you come play? She played as a freshman for a summer and then decided not to play. So Coach Nicole and I were talking, so we went and sought her out, and she's hustling every minute. If you watch Layla, she's all over the place, and she does a good job. She's gotten, I think, as we've gone along, confidence has risen for all four of them in our team. But I think Layla, and specifically, her confidence in herself and her shot has really improved her game up until the point where she's hitting threes against South Green. And if you watch her from like beginning of last year to the end of this year, she's all over the place. She's hard to guard. She stays low to the floor, and somehow she gets in and out of traps. And when people try and come press, she gets in and out of it. And it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But she does a good job of handling the ball and very trustworthy as well. So they all four have played a lot of games. They all four mean a lot to our program, and we're going to miss all four of them immensely. But more so than all that, what they bring on the court, tenfold they bring off the court. They're good people. They're good students. They're good individuals, and they're good leaders for our young girls. And they made sure that everybody's included. We've not had any arguments, disagreements that I know of outside of the locker room. They all get along. They all include each other. So that's, as a coach, that's invaluable, that you don't have to worry about, we've got inner strife and we've got to go try and beat South Green, or we've got this. So those four have meant quite a bit to our program, and it'll be a tough night to see them go, and there won't be any tears here though. We'll see. I told them after, Courtney calls me soft because after we had Tegan, I cry at the drop of a hat, but they mean a lot to us, and they've been good, and Tegan loves them. She calls them her sisters, the whole team. So they mean a lot to us, my family and I, and our team.
Senior night's always sort of sad, but at the same time, you kind of get excited because then you turn into tournament time, knowing what this group has accomplished as juniors and now seniors with the number 2 seed. You kind of get a little more excited looking forward.
Sure. Yeah, we obviously every team has a good opportunity. I think we've got a great opportunity as well. I think we are poised to make a run if we handle our business. Anything can happen on any night, but we've got to put ourselves in position to win a game, doing the right things that we know will put us in position to win, playing good defense, and taking care of the ball. Same thing. I've said it since Meet the Lady Knights for a year. It's not going to change, and as long as we do those things, we put ourselves in position to win. That's all you can ask for.
All right. I think that's all we've got on our part.
Enjoy the girls.
Time for them now. I think they're ready. They've been outside for about 15 minutes excited now. So.
They wanted to hear what Coach had to say about them.
Well,
they can't wait for the show to come out. They got to sit outside the door and watch.
Do you want to join us, or do you want to wait till the show comes out?
It'll be a better experience if I'm not there.
All right, Coach. I appreciate it. Best of luck on senior night.
Thanks, man.
Take a short break. We'll sit down with them and talk to them. We'll be right back in just a second here on Grassroots Media.
At Terry's Flooring, we have quality products along with quality installers that can make your space look better than ever before. The craftsmanship that our installers bring to the job site is unmatched. Along with the great installers, we have a huge selection of hardwood, LVP, tile, and carpet. We know that spending money isn't that easy, but at Terry's Flooring, we care about your money too. Stop on in and see my Popsy at Terry's Flooring and allow him to save you money while enjoying the hassle-free experience.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Terry's Flooring Kyle Donahue Show, where we cover everything on the court with the Chuckey-Doak Lady Black Knights basketball team. Usually I'm always here with Coach Donahue, but we've got something special again for senior night for the second year in a row. We've got the 4 seniors for the 2025 class here with us. Ladies, go ahead and introduce yourselves one at a time.
I'm Sanaya Atchison.
I'm Kennedy Brown.
I'm Taven Sutherland.
I'm Layla Fox.
Ladies, how are we doing today?
Good.
Tired.
Got us out of class.
It's a little early in the morning, but it's Tuesday. I know you've got senior night coming up this Thursday, and then I know you're probably excited. I think you all have, 5 days straight out of school?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Out from Friday all the way to Wednesday, or I guess, Friday through Tuesday.
Yeah.
So going into senior night, we'll touch on it first, since of course this is what this is about too. You've got Cherokee on Thursday night here at home, last regular season home game. Looking to play more, of course. You could have the region opener and of course a sub-state game if you're able to win those games and be able to host. So you've got one more chance to play on your home court for the moment. So talk about how excited you are to play one last time.
I'm definitely excited to play on senior night, but I feel like we should just handle business because you don't want to lose on senior night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a big thing for me.
I agree.
Yeah, I would like to just focus on the game before we get into senior night.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, how excited are you for senior night? I know it's sort of a bittersweet moment. It's the last time that you potentially could play on your home court, but at the same time, you get the excitement that you get to play for one another. I know that's something that you do all the way throughout the year, but on senior night, it kind of feels more special because it may be the last time that you all get to play as a unit on your home court, so you play for one another. So how excited are you to go out there and play with each other and start with each other in potentially your last home game?
It's exciting, but like you said, it's also bittersweet because we've been playing together for so long, and like after this, it's kind of like we all go our different ways. So knowing that it may be our last time, I think we'll have fun and we'll just keep those memories always.
Well, I'm happy it's our last time playing at home because I hate playing at home.
Me too.
I shoot bad, and it's so hot in our gym, and I'm like dying out there. But any other gym, I'm fine. It's
So
just
you like
this
playing
gym.
on the road more than
Yes,
at home?
I would
better,
100% play on the road.
Both of you also?
Yes.
Everybody likes playing on the road more?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Like, thank God district tournaments at Uniboy or wherever.
I think it
Wow.
just makes me nervous here because I feel like there's more pressure.
Yeah.
Well, I think some coaches always talk about when you're on the road, I think you're more focused because you've got to go get things done
Yeah.
in somebody else's own gym. Like, I don't know, maybe when you're at home, you get maybe too comfortable, too complacent. You get out of school, you go eat, you come back, goof off in the locker room. I think that's just what a lot of coaches say about their players. So I think maybe that's why. Do you guys kind of feel that way?
Yeah.
Do you get too comfortable at home maybe in a way?
Yeah.
Coach Donahue always says we shoot better at home, but
No,
we
no,
don't.
Statistically maybe, but for you all each, you kind of feel differently.
God.
I don't even think we do statistically.
Oh, yeah?
No,
Yeah,
it does not feel good playing at home. Like, I mean, it's nice to have the fans, I guess, but
when we have them,
All right, we'll get into the fun questions now. I told you all, Coach Donahue sent me a list of questions that he said would make for good TV. So I want to be able to face you all and see some of these. The first one, how fun is it playing for Coach Donahue?
It's fun.
I see Kennedy. She's like, yeah, it's good.
Like,
It's good.
when we have to be serious, we're serious. But like when he comes in and he's joking around with us, it's fun.
He's a funny person.
Yeah, he's such like a girl dad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's what
I
they
love
said
it.
last year.
I love
Yeah.
it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Taven,
Never a dull moment.
never a dull moment.
No, exactly.
Next one. This is a fun one. Best Coach Donahue impressions.
I'm not going
I think you're going to give me the best ones on these.
I'm not
See
going
you.
first.
I think you might give the best ones. Last year it was Haley Taylor that I thought would. I think you might this year.
I don't know. I can't go first. Somebody else go first. David, go.
What are some things that he says that you always will remember him by?
Do the cougar.
Cougar.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
what?
Cougar.
The cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just randomly.
The pressure's
You can
not
do
on
it.
us. The pressure's on them. They have the pressure.
Or when we're running a play in practice and we're all confused, he's like, just give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Just
We'll
give me
run
the ball.
through it.
You have any?
I don't even know.
Do the odd thing.
I can. What I think?
The look again.
Haley,
That's good.
Another one. Best Coach Donahue isms. Like the eyebrow thing. What are some things that he does that nobody else does?
When we mess up in the game, you can tell like it kind of gets to Coach Donahue because of the. It's just like
The crouch down. Always the crouch down.
yeah.
Taven, you got any?
That's a good one.
Sometimes I just walk outside.
oh my gosh,
Walk in the shower and he'll just stand there.
Yeah,
He
like-
stands there like this.
we'll be having a bad game. He walks in. He did it at North Green too. Like he walks into the shower and just. And like we're just sitting there like staring at each other in silence, like what's going on? He walks out and he's like, okay, I had to cool myself or like something like that.
Okay. This is a kind of a more introspective question too. Something you see that most people wouldn't know about Coach Donahue.
I feel like just him being such a girl dad in general, like
Okay.
just I don't know him with
Like
Tegan and
he
stuff. it's
sings
like-
princess songs all the time.
Does he?
Yeah,
Yes,
and
all
him
the time.
and like they'll like do like ballet stuff when we're
When
playing
they're
music.
practicing.
Lifts her up like dancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he can't coach. Like he couldn't coach boys.
Couldn't
Like
coach
he has
boys.
to be with girls. And I think it's because he's a girl dad and he's just so attached to Tegan. And I don't know what he would do with it if he had boys.
Yeah.
Tegan, let's talk about Tegan too. She calls you all her sisters, I believe.
Aw.
How fun is it having her around some days at practices and game
A lot
days?
of fun.
Lots of
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
She always has some
She
story
always
to
has something to
tell
tell
us
us
about
something
school or
for us.
something to show
some
us.
How to
Like,
make
Yeah.
snowflakes.
How to make snowflakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went to her house for the Christmas party, and her cats. They.
I would never forget how last year she was like holding her cat upside down, showing it to us.
She's like, this is my
Upside
cat.
down?
Yeah, she was like holding it. She was like, here's my cat. And we're like,
Kids, man. It kind of leads into the next question. Talk about how he's a girl dad who's always singing like princess songs. I think we talked about last year how he is sort of, I guess you could say, obsessed with Disney.
Yes.
Does that kind of translate into his coaching style where he kind of plays maybe princess songs? He always has Disney references.
yeah, he'll be playing like Lion King and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Whole soundtrack.
Yeah.
Soundtrack.
One that I heard, it's not Disney, but one that I heard that he kind of burned everybody out on was the Polar Express.
Hot chocolate.
yes.
Hot chocolate, yes.
Yes.
Does he play the Polar Express soundtrack still?
He
No,
mostly
he didn't
plays
this year.
like
He didn't this
he's
year?
been
Much of it
playing
this
like
year.
mostly like gospel music
Yeah,
and
Okay.
stuff. I
gospel,
think.
Yeah. And then when Tegan comes,
And-
he'll play the soundtracks of Lion King and
Yeah.
Wicked.
Wicked,
yeah.
yes. He was like, I wanna be popular.
He does that. No hair.
What is he just like, or something?
He'll flip the hair.
Yes, he does.
Or something.
I gotta see
don't know what
that
he
one.
says.
Though. I gotta see that. Speaking about Disney too, favorite Disney movies. I know everybody's got to have a few.
I don't watch
Mine?
that many.
Everybody.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
Tangled.
Tangled. Okay.
Whatever.
Tangled. Same as you.
Rapunzel.
Princess and the
Okay.
Frog.
That's a
Oh,
good
it's-
one.
I love
Yeah.
Princess and the Frog.
I don't even know what my favorite Disney movie is. Disney Princess, probably Aladdin, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah.
What about some of the live action movies they've done recently?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. That was one of the first.
Yeah, I
I feel
like Beauty and the Beast too.
I don't even think I watched that.
It was good. It was a good one.
Yeah.
Best. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, give me your honest answer on this question. Okay, you could be brutally honest if you need to. Does Coach Donahue still have some game on the court?
Yes.
No.
I mean, he beat us out
I
here.
would
said
yes,
no?
he did.
Who
Yes,
said
he
no?
does.
He can shoot better than me.
No, his shot, it's so
It's
like,
so
It
pretty.
goes in every
Is
time.
it?
every time
time.
for like the rotation, I'm like,
And he'll be like, he'll step in the practice, he'll be like, let me be you for a second. And he'll do something, we'll be like, well, I'm not doing that, but you're doing it. And
Yeah.
he's like, well, I'm 38 years old, how can't you do it? And then we're like, we don't know.
yeah, it will literally like, we'll be struggling to like run something. And he's like, let me just show you. And like, does it perfectly.
Does it perfectly.
And I'm just like,
And he actually gets up and down the court pretty good.
How often does he scrimmage?
Never.
never.
Never. He doesn't ever
No.
scrimmage.
He did once this year, right?
No.
No? Was it last
He
year?
just ran at
He
22.
ran at 22, but then he was dying after that. So.
Yeah.
What is it? 22. Y'all told me at the Meet the Lady Knights, but I forgot.
Okay, so basically we have 22 seconds to run 2 down and backs. It's hard.
It's harder than it sounds.
It's harder than it
It
sounds.
sounds
Baseline to
harder than that.
baseline.
Yeah.
Wow. One thing that the girls told me last year, one of his favorite sayings was "toes on the line."
Oh,
Toes
yeah.
on the line.
Toes
Is
on
that
the
still
line.
one? I bet those are
Yeah.
the words you hate hearing the most, though.
Well,
Well, it's
like
like
the
from the beginning of practice. Like he comes in, like
Oh,
Monday's
okay.
like motivational Monday, Tuesday teammate Tuesday, I think, or something like that. And then so that's like our pre-practice thing, and our toes will have to be on the line, so we're paying attention to him. That's
Oh,
how
okay. I thought toes on the line may have been.
No,
What
because
he
that
said
is
right
toes
before we
behind.
run.
That's behind the
Oh, toes
line.
behind
He's
the
like,
line.
is everybody behind the line? And then
Yeah.
So those are the 4 words you hate hearing.
Yeah.
Toes behind the line. Is it 22s that you run all the time?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Can he run a 22 himself?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
he
yeah.
did. Yeah.
That's
I'm not
impressive.
even
You were?
Yeah.
That's impressive that he can still run one like that.
he was running pretty fast too.
Whenever he does scrimmage, I know you said he has it this year, but in previous years, what are some of the things that he says while he's out there on the court with you? I had somebody
Not in
say
my house.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
too little.
Too little was
Too
one that I was
little.
told to.
Or
Does
he's
he-
like, come on, guard me, and I'm like, okay.
Does he say anything after he hits a shot? I don't know if he has a certain saying.
No.
I don't think so. I thought I could
Not
think
really.
of.
Yeah.
We talk about Coach Donahue a lot, but you've got one other coach that means just as much to you all as he does, and that's Coach Nicole. We talked about her last week. She gets another segment this week. Talk about Coach Nicole. I know she's been here. I know you all have been here for 4 years. You've been here for, is it 2 now? So all 4 that you've been here, you've been with Coach Nicole. You've been with Donahue for 3 now, and you've been with Coach Nicole year 2. So talk about Coach Nicole and how much she means to not only you guys, but the coaching staff here at Chuckey-Doak.
Well, I think it's also special that she coached some of us when we were in first grade.
Okay, yeah, I forgot
too.
about that, yeah.
Yeah, when we were like minis and stuff. But she's literally like our grandma. Like she brings us cookies, she brings us candy canes. She was gonna buy us like drinks. All these waters over here are from
Coach
her.
Nicole.
Like
She
makes
just
sure we
gives
have
up
everything.
so much of herself. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't take anything from the program. She gives herself and more to the program, and she comes in and gives us motivational talks, and
Okay.
she gives us every day before a game. She gives us a game day verse, and just have us positive before the game, so we're not feeling bad about the game or anything.
And she's so like humble about herself. Like I bet
Yeah.
us talking about her right now is making her cringe. Like
Yeah.
she's like, please
She's like, stop talking about
She
it.
will not talk about herself
No,
ever. I try to
never.
talk about her through
Yeah.
high school and college. She won't do it.
Yeah.
She won't do it. She may be the most humble person there is.
Yeah, I agree.
But for you all, what has Coach Nicole meant to you all?
She literally motivates me like to do everything. Like I play like so good whenever I just like want to play for her. I don't know if that makes sense, but
It's almost like you want to like impress her.
Yeah, like, I would- yeah.
Because like just knowing her accomplishments and stuff, it makes me like
Yeah.
want like to be.
She was a baller back
I
in
know.
the day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Has she told you all about her 3-point story at ETSU?
No.
Do you think she's told us she don't
Oh,
tell
no,
anything?
you're right. You're right.
When she hit the shot and then the girl went down to like she went back and threw one up and they made it or something?
Yeah, so
Yeah, she
when
told me
they
that one.
implemented the 3-point line in
Yeah.
women's college basketball, I think she had just started, or she was still playing at the time, but she had played before one. So she had never shot one before. She
And the
shot
coach
it
was
one
like,
time,
You're shooting.
and she made it. And then the other girl turned around and made a game
Made a
winner right
game
after it. The
winner,
only one
yeah.
she ever shot and made.
Yeah.
Oh
The only
my
one she ever
gosh.
shot to, I think
Yeah.
she only shot 1 3-pointer in college.
Yeah.
Back in high school, if y'all don't know, she could hoop.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did.
I believe it.
Yeah.
What have been some of your favorite moments throughout your time here at Chuckey-Doak too? What are your favorite games? Some of your favorite practice memories? I know camps are always fun too. What have been some of your favorite memories that you can bounce off of each other?
Well, my favorite memory, or just a memory I always have in the back of my head, is that Cherokee game. We were here, and there was like, I don't know how much time on the clock, and we were down by 3 points. And Faith gets the rebound, and I'm dribbling down the court, and I just step back and shoot the 3-pointer. Don't know how it went in. It went in, and I start jumping up and down, and then the fans come running on the floor.
On the court. That was your sophomore year?
Yeah.
I think I remember that one because that was a big comeback too. I think you were down close to 20
like
points that
14,
game.
yeah.
I was gonna say the Hampton game. Whenever the first time we played them,
Yeah.
they beat us by like 20, and then we ended up beating them. And then he came in here and threw water. And
Was that senior night too? 2 years
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't even practice before that.
no,
game.
we didn't practice.
Really?
We
came
came in
just
here
talked.
and cried and talked and everything. Because Coach was like, just go in the locker room. And then he sat down and he was like, what's going on? And we all just sat and we talked about everything. And then we went out and won the game. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Mine probably was the first South Green game at the Ladies Classic.
Okay. Yeah.
It was.
That was good for you, Taylor.
It was good, yeah.
Well, okay, I kind of just like the bus rides in general, but I was thinking about the time that we pulled into a school, and whenever we were pulling in, the bus was like still moving, and someone was yelling at us, and he was like, "Girls, get off the bus, get off the bus," and we were still like going down the road. So,
Any other favorite memories?
I can't even, like, now that you're putting me
Now
on the
that
spot,
you-
I can't think of
It does.
anything,
Yeah,
but, like,
it's tough to do it on the spot sometimes.
Yeah.
It really is.
yeah, I mean, SCA camp's always
The
fun.
cigarettes. Oh my
Okay, so we were going to Hampton.
Oh, this was this
He's
year.
already talked about
This
it.
was this year. Yeah. Okay, I haven't heard the story. So
We were
please
going to
enlighten me.
Hampton, and we stopped at a gas station.
Okay.
And so the boys had left because they had to get up there for their game. So they took the bus and everything. And they had this one person that she was working the cash register or whatever.
She was
And-
hateful.
Yeah,
She was- every time she would do anything.
hateful. She was in pain. Like she was in pain or something. And so she goes to ring up Kennedy's stuff, and then Kennedy thinks she rings up her cigarettes.
She scanned something else.
Kennedy thinks she scans her cigarettes, so she gets on the bus and goes, "That lady just scanned her cigarettes on my car."
She's like, I know that lady just scanned her cigarettes. And we were already like going down the road at this point.
And her phone was dead, so she couldn't check and see anything. It was so bad.
I found out the lady did not scan
Not
her
scan
cigarettes.
cigarettes. Not scan cigarettes.
Good.
But Kennedy was convinced. Like, she
I
had
swear
everything
she
on the bus.
pulled out of her pocket.
We were ready to go
Out of her
down
own
in there.
pocket and scanned them?
Yes.
She thought she did, but
So why did she pull them out?
I don't know. We don't know. Back.
That's so weird.
I swear,
That is
I
so
don't know.
weird.
Anyways.
Did you end up winning that night too?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought you did. What are some other fun memories you all have? The Christmas practice out here was always fun.
I don't even remember our Christmas
I
practices
don't
this
even
year.
remember.
I wasn't there this year.
I think it was.
We didn't really have any that early this year.
Yeah, Taven went to New York. She was
Oh, you went to New York.
Yeah.
How fun was that?
I love a lot of fun.
What'd you go for? Did you go for the ball drop?
No,
Okay.
we only went for Christmas.
Okay. Did you go to New York City?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Oh yeah.
The Tennessee basketball game we went to
Oh,
last year.
my
That was
Okay.
good.
But
We got
wanted to go
lost.
this year, but
You got lost?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
couldn't find our
Oh
bus.
my
We
gosh.
walked like 5 miles out of the lane. Not
it
actually
literally
5
took
miles,
us over an hour to like walk back to our bus because we got
Because we
couldn't
went the
find
wrong
it.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Coach Donahue had to ride a scooter.
We started riding
Or he
scooters.
was riding
Yeah,
a
we
You
were
got
in
a
a
scooter
scooter.
on the side of the road?
I have a video.
You have to show everybody that. That's hilarious.
One of our
And
teammates
then
was
That's
hurt.
crazy.
Yeah, one of our teammates were hurt, and
So
then he
he
found a
stayed with
scooter. And
So
then he
they
started
got to ride scooters and they literally beat us back and we had walked like 30 minutes before they started.
Yeah.
And then it was like dead silent in the gym. They were playing, and all you hear is Layla go, "Defense!"
I was like, it was dead silent. They didn't even play. I think it was like a timeout or something. And I was like, defense! Then everyone in the gym like turned and was like, there's no way.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
I think those are all the questions I have. Is there any questions that you all have? Towards one another?
No.
All right. I think that's all we've got, ladies, once again. Thank you all. Best of luck on senior night. Got that Thursday night against Cherokee. Hopefully, of course, play a couple more at least here at home with regions and sub-state coming up also. But it's the most exciting time of the year. It's the district tournament right around the corner. Got senior night first, so best of luck then. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Terry Schwarring Coach Donahue Show. Look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.
Peace.
Say go Black Mounts.
Go Black Knights!